What's going on, guys? It's Nick from Mindful Mastery, and I'm here today to talk about my diet experiment. I've now completed the second week of intermittent fasting. So last week I talked about how I had cheated, and I believe that was the first day of this week. And I pretty much just had some donuts, rice, and noodles. And rice and noodles are one of my favorite carbohydrates that I'm not allowed to have while being on the paleo diet. So that was something that I really wanted to get out of my system. And with donuts, it's kind of weird because every now and then I really crave them, but whenever I actually have them, it's just kind of like, meh. I don't really think that they're that great. Like the first few bites are really good, but then after that, they get pretty boring pretty quickly. But I got that out of the way, and since then I haven't really had much cravings for anything that is considered cheating. I do get cravings for just food in general around 12 or so, because that's kind of in the period leading up to whenever I eat, and then also I've technically skipped 2 meals by that point. But I have altered my routine a little bit, so I was eating technically 2 meals. It was one at 4 and then another at 5:30 or 6. But now I'm trying to do 1 meal a day, and I'll generally eat that around 3 or 4. Sometimes I can't do that. And so now I've switched to where I eat the bigger portion first and then have the shake later on. And I did this kind of to try to make sure that whenever I go to sleep, my food isn't digesting that much food, because I kind of hypothesized that was the reason I was struggling with waking up in the morning. Now, making that switch hasn't actually changed that much as far as how full I am whenever I go to sleep. There's been a few times where I don't have that much food to digest, but for the most part, I'm still just as full as if I were to separate the 2 meals. But I have noticed this week that my ability to wake up has returned to its normal levels, where I don't really struggle with pressing the snooze or anything like that, or wanting to press the snooze at least. And I have actually noticed that my energy levels have improved compared to last week, whereas last week I was starting to get tired around 12, but this week I am able to go until 2, 3, or 4, which is pretty much up until whenever I eat without getting tired at all. And I think that the reason that I was struggling to wake up and then my energy levels were not too great was because I was still adapting to intermittent fasting. So I believe that my body has done that. Now there is one negative, and that is that I am pretty bloated and gassy in the morning. Now that's something that's pretty normal for me, especially if I eat a meal right before I'm about to go to bed. So I'm not too annoyed or bothered by that, but if you try this out and you live with someone, then that would probably annoy them a good bit. But overall, this has been a pretty good experience, mainly for the simplicity factor that I talked about in the first video, and my body is adapting to this quite well. I'm not for sure if much will change from this week to the next week, so you probably won't see a video for week 3, but you will for sure see a video for week 4, just to at least summarize the experience and kind of preview the ketogenic diet, which is the one that I will be going to next. I hope you enjoy the video. Have a great day.